Hey guys, Lewin here at GarageBand and Beyond. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about how to build a really great and hopefully noise-free pedal board. So let me show you mine really quick. My big heavy pedal board right here. So let's just go across the bottom really quick. Vox Wah, Boss T-Wah, Boss GE7. This is an EQ. My favorite thing on here, the BB PreAmp made by Xotic effects. This is an awesome distortion pedal. I don't care what you play, if it's blues or heavy metal or rock and roll or whatever. This is a great thing to have. Digitech Whammy, Voodoo Lab Power Pedal 2, the Line6 green, the green Line6, which is, you know, delay modular, DD3 delay, and a tuner, the Chromatic tuner. So yeah, so those are the pedals that I have. Now, there's lots of components to making a good pedal board. There's lots of things to keep in mind. One of the most important things, I think, is definitely going to be the cables that go between your pedals. So I like, love, and use, and have used for years, these guys right here. This is a George L cable. You can buy these at thecandymanstringsandthings.com. The nice thing is that they are solderless, right? So, you know, keep in mind that anytime you have solder, it equals, you know, a very small fraction of, it is resistance, right? And resistance is something you really don't want when you're trying to get good guitar tone. You know, you want the most amount of signal coming out of your guitar and going into your amplifier as humanly possible. So the cool thing about these, like I said, they're solderless. So let me show you really quickly. I can unscrew the back here, and boom, that comes off, and then pop, I can take it right out, just like that, right? So, you know, if I'm at a gig or something and suddenly one of my cables is acting funny and I can figure out which one it is, you know, I have a cable tester. Always, you know, cable testers are great things to buy. They're usually 25, 30 bucks. Really nice things to have. But yeah, you know, when the cable goes bad, I can either, you know, I can snip this one down, or I have a bunch of extra raw cable. Like, you know, I bought like 10 feet of this cable, and then I just snipped it up and, you know, made custom lengths for all my pedals and stuff. When you're doing that, when you buy this cable, say this is a brand new one, all you do is, let me show you right here in the bottom, right? There's a hole, and you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a pin at the bottom, and that pin goes into the center of the cable. So all you do is, you know, you take your end, you take your cable, you jam the cable in there, and you'll feel it hit that pin, and it will resist. You know, it'll be sort of, it'll go in slowly a little bit, and you push it down all the way, and you bend it down. Oops, I didn't push it in all the way. That's funny. You push it in all the way, and there we go. That feels better. Okay, you do that. You bend it down, and you take the end again, and you just tighten it down, and it's that easy to make these cables. I love these things, man. They sound so good. The ends are really high quality. The cable itself, I believe, is Mogami. And yeah, they're just really great. You cannot go wrong with these things. You know, so that's it. There it is. Boom, cable. I was having a hard time screwing that in. So anyway, George L cable, buy it. You will love it. It's, you know, pretty much equivalent cost-wise to whatever, you know, Rapco or any of that kind of stuff. But it is significantly better than everything on the market. I love George L. Let's see, the other thing I wanted to mention was, you know, signal path is key when you're talking about pedal boards. So as you can see right here, you know, my wah pedal is the first thing in the chain. And the reason that is a wah pedal is designed to receive a line level signal. So if you put like a distortion pedal or something before it, right, and say, so your distortion's on, you hit your wah pedal, you will suddenly like hear like, wow, the wah is like, it's very on and off sounding. It's like wah, wah. You can't get like a really slow sweep with it because it's getting hit so hard. So, you know, so you really always put your wah pedal first in the chain. The other really quick thing, let me show you really quickly. On the bottom of mine, down here, when you buy these, you know, if you buy a Crybaby or the Vox or any, you know, any of the pedals that look like this, there's usually a couple little rubber feet down here. And, you know, so when you push down on it, you got to push extra hard to make the effect turn on. One of the tricks that I learned a long time ago, and I absolutely love it, I just, you know, go down there with a pair of pliers and yank those little rubber feet out. Then all you got to do is sort of tap it and then, use the wah pedal and just be aware of, if I go all the way open, all the way, you'll hit the switch and eventually you'll sort of learn and you won't, trust me, you won't be sitting there turning it on and off all the time as you're using the effect. But when you want to turn it on, you boom, on, boom, off. It makes life a lot easier. The other thing, the Voodoo Lab Pedal Power 2, there's lots of different things out there to power your pedals. Voodoo Lab has gone to great extent to make sure that you're getting the cleanest, purest power for your pedals. Those little wall wart ones, that you plug into like the Boss Tuner or something, and then the Boss Tuner has like an output, a power output, and then you can daisy chain everything together. Yes, that works, but I can tell you from experience that those things are noisy in more places than you would like. I find that the Voodoo Lab, I spent the cash, I got the Voodoo Lab, and suddenly, a lot less places I was playing in were, with bad electricity, because you find that a lot in older bars and clubs and stuff. I just wasn't getting so much noise. The other nice thing about it is that it has a 120 volt jack right on the back. So, for the Digitech Whammy, I couldn't even find, I tried to find a cable going from this to this, but I couldn't find it. I tried to make one, but I couldn't really find the right end. And anyway, so I just used the wall wart and I could plug it straight into here. That's a great thing. I will say this is number 2. I think there's like a third one. There's a newer version of this. But all that means is it's better than the one I have. The other thing about this is that it has a sag right here, position 7 and 8. They actually have a couple little knobs down there. And what those do is you can actually attenuate the amount of electricity going to your pedal. So a lot of the old timers, especially like old time blues guys and stuff, they don't really like brand new 9-volt batteries. They like them a little bit worn out. Just for example, say 8.5 volts. Suddenly you'll find that your distortion pedal is a little more gravelly, a little more loose in the bottom end. It's just a nice thing, it's a preference thing. If you have some old 9 volts laying around, compare it, put it into your distortion pedal, play it, see what it sounds like, put a brand new one, play it, see what it sounds like, and decide what you like. It's just, one of those old timer tips. The last thing I want to talk about is using the effects loop on your amplifier to get your effects into it. Like I was saying, all these things, these all have solder, there's all these circuits, there's all this cable, all this stuff. All that equals resistance. And like I was saying before, you don't want resistance. You want as clean of a thing going from your guitar to your amplifier. The less stuff you have between your guitar and amplifier, the better your tone will be. What you want to do is you'll need to buy an extra 2 cables, and you'll take the effects loop send, right? So you want to send the signal out and into your pedal board, so that'll go into your wah pedal, right? And then from the output of your pedal board, in my case, my last thing is the Digitech, from the output, it goes to the effects return, right? So that's where the signal is returning to the amplifier. When you use the effects loop on your amplifier, it's kind of like, if you're familiar with like the insert jack on the back of a mixer or something, right? You are essentially making all these pedals are suddenly becoming a part of the amplifier. They are literally, suddenly they're inside that circuit. That way, then when you want to plug in your guitar, you just have a cable going from your guitar straight into input 1. Like for me, I have a Fender DeVille. Just one cable, guitar, cable, amplifier. Cleanest signal to the amplifier that you can possibly get. And that's always what you want. Nice, clean signals. So that's it. I'm getting close to my max time here. So anyway, that's it about pedal boards. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. And again, most of this stuff you can buy at the Candyman Strings and Things. Here's the link for that. And I hope this helps. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.